Jordan, so good to see you. We start with an important question. Are you taking on too much risk? We have 4 signs that you might be. Risk isn't just about numbers, it's about how you feel when market conditions change. So let's talk through those 4 signs you may be taking on more risk than you should. Number one, you check your accounts constantly, but how often is too often?
You know what, Aaron, I want to kind of answer that and give you a quick story.
Let's do
Let's
it.
imagine Joe and Sally were on a road trip to a resort destination in Arizona, and they pass a sign that said 100 miles to the next gas station. Joe was looking down, it said 150 miles to empty. Sally's like, oh, we should probably stop, but Joe's driving, so he pushes forward. Then they pass another sign, 50 miles to the next gas station. They look at the gas gauge, they got 75 miles left to empty. Joe's like, we're fine, we're going to make it. Sally's like, you should have probably stopped back there. Then they pass another sign, 20 miles to the next gas station. They look at the gas gauge, 25 miles left to empty. Joe is starting to sweat. Sally's nudging him. You should have stopped back there. They're bickering, they're arguing. But then they arrive with 1 mile left to go in the gas gauge. And Joe said, I told you so. We got there. We're fine. They walk in. They check with the girl at the front desk. And she greets them by saying, wasn't that the most amazing drives of your life? That road you just took was rated top 10 in National Geographic. What did you think? They were so focused on the gas gauge. They didn't look out the window. They didn't enjoy the view.
Good point. Yeah.
So to answer that question is, if you woke up this morning for watching this video and you check your statements in your gas gauge and the markets are up and you're like, yeah, I'm going to go out and have dinner. Or if the market's really far down, you might be like, oh my gosh, ramen noodles tonight. I can't afford it. Then you're probably checking it too much and you're probably too tied to your investments in the market performance.
That is a really great analogy. I've never heard that one before, but I like it. I'm going to use that one. All right. Next, you need to ask yourself, are you losing sleep when the market drops? That being said, though, sometimes, Jordan, it's really hard to tune out the noise.
Yeah, it doesn't pass the pillow test. Can you sleep good at night no matter what the markets are doing? And that's a question that's individual for each person. But when the markets are down, this is not a time to get stressed. This is a time a financial advisor provides financial leadership. And if the markets are down, that's an opportunity zone to maybe do Roth conversions, to maybe allocate to be more aggressive, to maybe do some tweaks inside the portfolio. But it's not a time to panic, because if you have a plan, you don't really care about the market volatility because you're going to be okay.
Mm-hmm. Third sign, you may be taking on too much risk. You've made panic-driven decisions before. We've talked about this, Jordan. This is known as emotional investing, when we as humans tend to do the exact wrong thing at the exact wrong time.
We're humans and we're emotional. And you might remember what you did in 2008, the pandemic, maybe earlier in 2025 when the tariffs and it went down 15%. But if you sold or thought about selling or put everything in cash, you might be emotionally invested. I'm not saying that's bad, but we need to have a plan, because when you do emotions, that can actually hurt you long term, because you get out the wrong time and you don't get in when the market recovers. So we need to make sure we're strategic and smart and have a plan and take emotions out of it and really have a clear direction of where we're going.
Right. And number 4 is kind of related to that. You feel pressure to chase those returns, AKA FOMO.
Yeah, you see on the news, oh, NVIDIA's up, Tesla's up, Bitcoin, gold, silver. We as a firm, we don't chase trends. We don't get in on something just because everyone else is getting in on it, because by the time you know about it, believe it or not, the bottom's about to fall out usually, and then you buy it at all-time high, then the market drops. So we want to be consistent, have a plan, and give you confidence and clarity that no matter what the markets do, you're going to be in a good position, because trends will fade. International stocks, domestics, these different things go up and down, different sectors, but we need to be broadly diversified and have a plan. That's your sure way to success.
Mm-hmm. So, I feel like this conversation begs the question, how can working with a financial advisor help us stay in line with our risk tolerance?
Well, Aaron, if I ask 100 different people, what's your definition of moderate, I'll get 100 different answers.
Right.
So we don't classify people as, oh, you're a moderate, or you're a conservative, or you're aggressive. We actually show their own portfolios. We show how much assets they have. We show them how much risk they're currently taking. Hey, you could lose $300,000, or you could make up to $500,000. Are you comfortable with that risk? Some people say, no, I don't want to lose that much. Or some people are like, yeah, I can handle those swings. But we want to show you in real dollars and cents and make sure you're aligned to that. Because when the markets do have pullbacks, and they will have corrections in the future, We want to make sure you're going to be comfortable and you're not overly exposed to risk. And if we do that good risk assessment up front, you actually have no stress and you have peace of mind no matter what the markets are doing.
Mm-hmm.
As we mature and as we age, we might want to reevaluate that every few years just to make sure we're aligned to your comfort level so you can sleep good at night and have that peace of mind.
Right. Passing the pillow test. I like that one as well. Jordan, this was really fun to talk through. And I feel like maybe some of these signs would sound familiar to some people. So if that is the case and they wanted to give you a call to see if they are taking on their own unique amount of risk that is special to them, what's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, they can call our main number, 847-499-3454. And I believe the longest vacation anyone's going to take is retirement. And I don't want people to be looking at that gas gauge every day.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to look through the window, enjoy life. Life is meant to be lived.
Right. Well said. Jordan, thanks for your time today.
Thanks, Aaron.